countries even. 9-2, the Raiders. Here's my favorite Raiders moment of the year. Now it's week 12. Now we're in Oakland. Here comes the defending NFC champions, the reigning MVP, and there's Khalil Mack, who intercepts Cam, is going to go right into El Hoyo Negro with the Raiders fans. This was Cam trying to set up that screen, and it was Khalil Mack winning the Defensive Player of the Year and running right into the hole. Peter, you think those fans are going to go to Las Vegas? You think that guy right there with the backwards hat is going to Vegas?
Yes!
You do? I hope
in.
so, too.
They're all in.
So, what a great story. What a great season. And then it all comes crumbling down, like I said. Derek Carr, first it's the finger, then it's the leg, and he's done. So you know what's sad about this?
Empire strikes back.
Empire strikes back. The hand is cut off, and this is how this thing is. Imagine this. A great season. We're all so fired up about it. Carr and Mack and the Raiders are back. You want to see how this story ends? The story ends right here, like this.
Why are you going to do this to me?
Guy's parents own a popular flower shop in Scranton, Pennsylvania.
Scranton.
All right, I'm going with Matt McGloin.
McGloin.
All right, we got a
I don't know why
clean
we
sweep from McGloin. By the way, Peter, we can name this game Name That Neck Beard. They all have beards down to their
They
Adam's
do.
apple.
The answer is Matt McGloin.
Yes!
Yes. Now, look, I believe it is McGloin's Florist. It's pretty simple. That's what the name of the flower
Should've
shop
went
is.
my gut.
But Matt McGloin is a Scranton, Pennsylvania legend, the Electric City. You remember the show The Office?
Yeah.
So-
Matt
yeah.
McGloin is one of those guys. He's actually got a field named after him there. He was that much of a high school superstar.
Oh, I knew I loved him before I met him. The Raiders season ends with doing Matt McGloin head on a stick, and then Connor Cook talking about flower shops. Incidentally, Peter got his haircut at that flower shop.
Shots fired.
You like that look?
It looks good now.
You had the high and tight. You had the James Palmer
I had
special.
It was the James Palmer
With that,
special.
second down,
Second
Traeger.
down. It ended ugly for the Raiders, but there's a lot of hope for 2017. They added a lot of new players. We're going to talk about Marshawn Lynch a whole bunch because he's the big centerpiece, but they also brought in Jared Cook, the tight end from the Packers. This was an interesting deal. I'll give you an inside look on this one. Cook wanted to go back to the Packers. The agent said, hey, he needs this amount of money. The Packers basically said, take a hike. Raiders sign him instead. So now the Packers go and get Martellus Bennett. The Raiders now add Jared Cook, who really ended the season having a fantastic campaign and the biggest catch of the Packers season. In the draft, they said, we have one big sore spot on our team. It's a defensive backfield. They go and they get Garyon Conley, a very controversial decision at the time. We know he was dealing with off-the-field accusations. They said, we trust our guys. He took a lie detector. We trust what we have. We're going to draft him anyway. He goes from being a top 10 talk to 24th overall. Conley, a star at Ohio State, played alongside, obviously, Malik Hooker and Marshawn Lattimore. Could be the best of the bunch. They rolled the dice, and this is what the Raiders do. They said, we trust our personnel department. We're going to trust that this guy's on the straight and narrow, and we trust his story. They also got the safety, Obi Melifonwu, who is the uber athlete out of UConn, the guy who can jump through the roof. He's going to play safety for them. So look at the Raiders. What really ailed them at the end? Well, the quarterback position. Derek Carr supposed to be back. The running back spot, we could have used some big more runs. We get Marshawn Lynch, and now we add some young talent in the defensive backfield. Is it enough in that loaded AFC West? I'm not sure. But, Kay, why are we even talking about these other guys?
Hello.
Third down.
Hello.
Let's get to beast mode. What do you got, fancy?
Hello, Fantasyland for third down. Let's talk about
Okay.
Marshawn Lynch here because I believe in him. I believe in him as a fantasy running back. He's
Right.
16th right now, so he's not a running back one. I think he'll end up being a huge value. He had averaged 275 or over. It was 275 plus carries every season for 4 years leading into that injury he suffered in 2015. Then he takes a year off, and now I have a running back and a wide receiver. Tell me that year off didn't help him.
Yes.
I think it helped him massively. It's
Yes.
like a year in the cold tub. Rest those legs. If, Kay, he stays in shape. You fat out real fast with a year off, especially if you're traveling internationally like him. Those cinnamon rolls in the airport.
But
no
I
joke.
hear a lot of he looks in shape, but then there's
good.
football shape.
Yeah,
It's
he's
true.
in football shape.
Okay.
No, he's been running around. He's been training every player, young player that has trained with him over the last 6 months. They've said great things about him,
else
how
are they
he's in
gonna
the best
say,
shape of his life. Yeah, you're right.
I believe in him.
You're right.
It's the best offensive line he has in his career.
Keep it real.
I think he's got reason to play. I do think he has a bit of fresh legs, which were necessary. We know his potential. Do I expect him to put up 1,000 yards? I absolutely do not. But I do expect... No. Double digit.
he'll put
If
up
he doesn't put up 1,000 yards, I wouldn't be upset about it because I think he will have double-digit touchdowns.
Okay.
Latavius Murray had 12 touchdowns in this offense with that offensive
All right.
line
Yeah.
on this team last year. You think Marshawn can't get 10,
Yeah.
11? He absolutely can. He's that endangered species, feature back. Even if he doesn't carry the ball 275 times this season, he's still going to make an impact with a lot of upside. Right now, he's going behind Lamar Miller and Carlos Hyde. I'm going to give you guys the which guy special.
Oh, yeah, what do you got?
Is it Marshawn Lynch or or Christian McCaffrey. Upside is with Christian McCaffrey, though we don't know his role. We've never seen him in the NFL. He does have Jay Stu there. We put it to Twitter, but what do you guys think first?
I'm going to go with McCaffrey, Kay.
Really? Why?
He's my spirit animal.
Look at McCaffrey wins, probably because of the show. I disagree with this.
Is it Marshawn Lynch in a Seahawks jersey, Kay, or is it Emmitt Smith in a Cardinals jersey? That's my question.
It's not Emmitt Smith in the Cardinals jersey, Peter.
What are we getting? Is it Edgerrin James in a Seahawks jersey?
We've never seen this before. The year off thing, this is incredible to me because we don't know. This is truly unprecedented. I don't know.
He's ready to go. I think he's going to end up being a huge value, and I think the upside actually lies in him because Christian McCaffrey, I don't know what to expect. And with Marshawn Lynch, I think he's ready to go.
I do. I agree 100%.
Down.
Fourth down.
We're going
to go for it every time, baby. We like to go for it. Kyle, earlier in the show, you said the Raider season was like a movie that ended horribly.
Yes.
And I started thinking, and I picked two movies that describes their season for me.
Okay, I like
First one, The Departed. The Departed was a great movie. Leonardo DiCaprio, two Leonardo DiCaprio movies. It seemed like everybody fell in love with Billy Costigan. He was the character you're rooting for. And then at the very end, the guy gets shot in that elevator. You're like, what's going on? It's going down. And that was that pinky injury. You're realizing this movie is starting to trend downwards. You're saying, dang. And then week 12, that's when he got the pinky injury. He's dealing with that. And then towards the end of the season, people are still on the boat, though. They're still piling on. Everybody's on the Raiders boat.
We're playing the violins.
They're playing the violins.
Iceberg right ahead.
Exactly. It was the Titanic.
Hop on the door.
It was the Titanic, and that was their season. Very frustrating. You look at what he did when he was healthy: 12-3, 28 TDs, 6 interceptions. We were saying he has arrived. All he has to do is cap it off and finish this run. When we started speaking on the Raiders like they're the team to take down the Patriots, that's when everybody was convinced that Derek Carr is the next generation of great quarterback in this league. I'm interested to see what he does. So when we're talking about a coach or a player to watch, when it comes to the Oakland Raiders, you better keep your eyes on Derek Carr. Because as much as we love Amari Cooper, as much as we love Crabtree, as much as I love Marshawn Lynch, if they don't have Derek Carr healthy, this team isn't going to make the playoffs.
Twitter saying, I have Shane already chirping here, Marshawn Lynch is done. He only came back to try to prove you can take a year off and eat Skittles and expect to be as good as you were.
That's why he took the year off, Kyle.
That's right.
We want to hear from you guys. Hashtag GMFE, 4 downs on
Shane,
the
kick
Raiders.
rocks.
Oh!